Now give the heading 1.4 creating and implementing a Java program, and under that give a heading first Java program. In this particular video, we'll first study a simple small Java program, and we'll then study some introductory features of that Java program. Throughout the entire video, please keep a track of this mouse pointer. Alright. So now, what you see in blue and red color over here is our first Java program. What you see in blue color over here are called comments. In C language, we used to write the comments in this particular manner, and this comment is called multi-line comment because you start with a slash star, you end with a star slash, and in between you can write as many lines as you want. Everything between slash star and star slash is treated as a comment. Now in Java, apart from this style, you can also use a single line comment as you see over here. So what you do is you put two forward slashes, and after that, to the right of that, you write the comment. What you write to the left of the two forward slashes is not treated as a part of the comment. You should keep that in mind. Now, in every Java program, you will have at least one class, and everything will be enclosed in a class, even the main. This is the main. So over here, we have a class which if you want to create a class, you should start it with the keyword class, and because it is a keyword, you should give it in lowercase. So we have created a class, and the name of the class is example. In Java, it is a tradition to start the class name with uppercase, and that is why you see this E in capital. You could have also kept this E in lowercase, but it is not preferred. Always start a class name with uppercase. It's a tradition. Now this is the opening brace and this is the closing brace of the class. Now if you remember, you had the main in C language also. Do you remember what is the main called? In C language, we used to call it function. And the function of C language is called method in Java. So function and method is one and the same, but now we'll call the main as a method. So over here you see a main method, and void is its return type. Please keep in mind that the execution of the program always starts at main. So what I'm trying to teach you is that within the class example, you can write many more methods. Right now, within class example, we have only one method main. But you could have written many more methods in the class example. No matter how many methods you write, the execution of the program will always start from the main, that is from here. Now this void is called the return type of the main. Why do we write this public static? That we will study later in a chapter called classes and objects, not now. Okay. Now try and tell me that in C language, what you used to write between the two parentheses. That means what you used to write over here? Nothing. We used to keep it empty. So this means that the main of C language does not take any arguments, while the main in Java takes one argument. That one argument is called args, and args is an array of strings. Have a look at this mouse pointer properly. I repeat, the main of Java takes one argument called args, and this args is an array of strings. The square bracket means array. After some time, I'll teach you in great detail that what is the meaning of array of strings. For time being, you need to remember this thing. Okay? Now within the main, we have only one statement over here, that is system.out.println. This system.out.println is exactly same as the printf of C language. That means that whatever you write between the double quotes will be displayed as it is. So over here, between the double quotes, I have written welcome to Java. So welcome to Java will be displayed as it is. Okay. Now keep one thing in mind, that when you write system.out.println, this system is the name of a class, out is the name of an object, and println is the name of a method. So once again, later on in the chapter of classes and objects, I will teach you in great detail what is a class, what is an object. For time being, you just have to remember this. System is a class, out is an object, println is a method. And just like C language, almost all the statements in Java end with a semicolon. So that is what you see over here. So that was our first small Java program. Now let's try and understand how to download and install Java in your computer. Now throughout our syllabus, we'll be using the latest version of Java, that is Java 14. But apart from installing Java 14, we'll also have to install Java 8 into our computer. Now what is the reason for that? So listen to this carefully. Not many teachers are aware of this. Now in your syllabus you have a chapter called applets, and the concept of applets will not work with Java 14, it will work only with Java 8. So we'll be using Java 8 for applets, and for the remaining part of Java we'll be using Java 14. Now the thing is that if you want to install both Java 8 and Java 14, you need to first install Java 8 and Java 14. Doing vice versa will not work. So let's install Java 8 first. So for that I go to Google and I type Java 8 download. Alright, Java 8 download, and I hit the enter key. Now over here you will see the first link, Java SE Development Kit 8 downloads. So I go to that link, and over here I'll see the official page of Oracle. By the way, Java is the proprietary product of Oracle. Java was invented by Sun Microsystems, but Oracle took over Sun Microsystems. So now Java is the official product of Oracle. So this is the page of oracle.com, and over here be attentive to this one, otherwise you will make a mistake. Over here you will see two sections, Java SE Development Kit and Java SE Development Kit Demos. Okay, so we are not interested in demos. Okay, ignore this. We are interested in this table, Java SE Development Kit. 8 is JDK 8, that is version 8, and U stands for update number. So this is JDK 8 update 251. Okay, so over here you will see different files for different operating systems. So go towards the bottom of this table and you will see two files over here, Windows x86 and Windows x64. Now understand this properly. If you have Windows 10 or if you have Windows 8, then you need to download this file, Windows x64, which is of 211 MB. If you have Windows 7 64-bit, I repeat, Windows 7 64-bit, then once again you will download this particular file. However, Windows 7 also comes in 32-bit. So if you have Windows 7 32-bit, then you will download this file, Windows x86. Okay. So Windows x86, this file of 201 MB is only for Windows 7 32-bit operating system. For all the other Windows operating system, you have Windows x64. Okay. Now what will happen is, when I click on this, see, now I am clicking on this. Now when I click on this, it will ask me to accept this agreement. So I accept it. Okay, and now I click on download. Now see what is going to happen. I click on download. Now when I click on download, now understand this properly. Now when I click on download, it will ask me to enter one username and password. So what happens, guys, is that if you want to download Java 8, you need to have an Oracle account. And if you don't have an Oracle account, no problem. It's very simple. Okay, go to this create account, okay, and create your Oracle account the same way in which we create an email account. So create the Oracle account and then once again visit this page and download Java 8. Now I already have an Oracle account, so I will give my email ID, okay. And my password. Okay, and I click on this sign in. Now when I click on sign in, see what will happen is, look at the bottom of the page. Okay, Okay, if you can see, look at the bottom of this page, look over here. Okay, and now what you can do is, if you're using Google Chrome, you click on these three dots. Okay, follow my mouse pointer properly. You click on these three dots and go to this downloads. Now when you go to this downloads, okay, see over here you will see Java 8 being downloaded. So currently Java 8 is being downloaded. Okay, you can pause this, you can cancel this. I don't want this once again. I mean, I already have Java 8 with me, so I don't want it, so I'll cancel it. Okay, all right. Now in your case, what will happen is the entire Java 8 file will get downloaded over here, and after it gets downloaded, all you need to do is you need to just double click on that file. Okay, I'll show you once again, maybe one more time I'll show you. Okay, so look, I sign in, I click on sign in over here. Okay, so look, I click over here. All right, it will ask me to review the agreement. I click on this download. Okay, see, now it is being downloaded. Now I go to this downloads. All right, and see. Now what I was saying is that once the entire file gets downloaded, what you can do is you can click on this file name. This is the file name which will get activated once the entire file gets downloaded. So you'll click on this file name and that will open the Java 8 installer. After that, all you need to do is you just need to click on next, next, next. Okay, don't change the default part. Sorry, don't change the default path. Don't do anything unusual. Just do next, next, next and finish the entire installation. So that will finish the installation of Java 8. Right now I'll cancel this. Okay, and I'll close this. Now once you have installed Java 8, what next? So after this, what you do is go to Google again. All right, so go to Google again, and now you type, what will you type, tell me? You will type Java 14 download. Okay, and this time what you do is you go to the second link, Java archive downloads Java SE14. Okay, SE means standard edition. So I go to the second link. You will see a similar page. Once again scroll over here, and this time you will see only one table. There is no table for demos and all. Now go to the last file, sorry, the second last file over here, Windows x64 installer. Now if you pay a little attention over here, you will not see Windows x86, okay, the way you saw it before. Why? Because Java 14 works only for 64-bit operating system. So it will not work for Windows 7 32 bits. It will work for Windows 7 64 bits. It will work for Windows 8 and Windows 10. Anyway, the procedure is same. Again, you click over here. All right. After clicking over here, accept the agreement, click on download. Now when you click on download, again see, go to downloads, and you see the file being downloaded over here. Once the download is over, this link will get activated. Click on it, click on this thing, and after that the same thing, click on next, 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 and Java 14 will get installed. Okay, so basically what you did is you installed Java 8 first and then you installed Java 14. Don't do it the vice versa way. If you install Java 14 first, then your system will not allow you to install Java 8. Okay, so that's how Java should be downloaded and installed. After having installed Java on your computer, go to C drive and check whether Java has been installed correctly or not. So when you go to C drive, go to this folder, program files. Within program files, go to Java. Within Java, you will see these folders. So for example, I had first installed JDK 1.7, that is Java 7. Then I had installed JDK 1.8, that is Java 8. And then finally Java 12. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. So because I have installed 7, 8 and 12, that is why I have these 3 folders. And these 2 folders, let them be as it is, don't disturb them. Now go inside JDK 12, okay, go inside bin, and this bin is the folder in which you should ideally keep all your Java programs, okay. So now I will teach you how to create a Java program, okay. This stage is also called editing a program. Now if you want to create a Java program, all you need to do is just right click. So see, now I'll right click and click on new, and then click on this text document. So you see over here a new text document has been generated. Now don't change its name, just go inside the text document, click on file, click on save as. Now after you click on save as, you will create a new file. Now take care of few things, that over here you will make this as all files, and over here you will change the name to anything, let's say abc.java, okay. So this ABC is called the this ABC is called the first name of the file, and .java is its extension. So whenever you are storing any Java program in a file, the extension should be .java. Now I save this. So after saving this, you will realize, see, I have a .java file, abc.java. So if you remember the program which we did just now, that program was called class example. Now in Java, if you have a class called example, then the class name and the file name must be same. And that's why what you should do is, you should create a file whose name should be example.java. So now first let me just delete these two. So I delete this one, not required. I delete this one, not required. Now this is the file example.java. I will just open this file and I'll show you. So this is example.java, and as you see, I have already typed the program in this. If you haven't typed it, you can then type it. By the way, I have a software called Notepad++ on my laptop. So I have opened the example.java file in Notepad++. If you don't have Notepad++, then every Windows computer will have the normal simple Notepad. You can open the .java file in Notepad and you can type the program over there. So to save time, I have already typed the program, and this completes the work of editing the program. So editing basically means creating the file, typing, cutting, pasting, saving, and all those things, okay. So my program is now ready. Now I'll move on to the second stage, in which I will compile the Java program. Now how do I compile the Java program? So to compile the Java program, I will need the command prompt. Now look at this taskbar at the bottom of the screen. I already have an option called command prompt over here. If you don't have your command prompt on the taskbar, then what you can do is you can go to the search option of Windows and you can just type command over there, and the option of command prompt will pop up. So now I open the command prompt. Okay, this is my command prompt. Alright, let me just resize it. Okay, so this is my command prompt, and this is the bin folder which I had shown you earlier. Now have a look in the bin folder. I have this file example.java, and this is the command prompt using which I will first compile the program. Now look at this thing, this PC, Windows C, program files, Java, JDK, and bin. Do you know what it's called? It is called path. And similarly, this is also the path, C, user, Sandeep Gupta, so on. Now currently these two paths are not same. So what I need to do is, I need to copy the path of bin. So look what I'm doing. I'll right click on bin and I will go to this copy address as text. And now I'll go to command prompt and I will type cd. Cd stands for change directory, and I will paste the path of bin over here. Okay, and I hit the enter key. Now when I hit the enter key, you can see this path has become exactly same as the path of bin. And now I am ready to do the Java programs. Okay, so now I'll give my first command, Java C space example.java. Okay, now when I hit the enter key, okay, I want you to see over here and also over here. See what happens. So I'll hit the enter key. Now when I hit the enter key, over here you will see a new file has been created whose name is example.class. Now what happens over here is that this example.java has the program which we had typed. By the way, the program which we had typed is called source code. I repeat, source code. Okay. Now over here when we write Java C, this C stands for compiler. So by writing Java C, what we are doing is we are requesting the compiler to compile our file. Now what the compiler will do is it will convert example.java into something called bytecode. Okay, bytecode is a kind of intermediate code which neither the programmer nor the computer can understand. Now once the compilation is done, now what next? Okay, so over here in example.java we have the source code, okay, and in example.class is the bytecode. And as I told you that bytecode cannot be understood by the computer, okay, so the computer can understand only machine code, that means the language of ones and zeros. So now what I will do is I will give the command Java example. Now by giving the command Java example, I am requesting another software called Java interpreter, also called JVM, to execute the program. By the way, JVM also stands for Java Virtual Machine. Although we call it machine, but it is just a program. Now what this program will do is it will take the bytecode from this file example.class and it will convert this bytecode to machine code. Please remember, the computer can understand only the machine code, after which the program executes. So now I hit the enter key. Okay, and when I hit the enter key, see what the output is. The output is welcome to Java. Now also let's correlate this output with the program which I had typed. So as you see, this is the program, and this is the output. See this line number 5, the print statement will print welcome to followed by a space, and then line number 6, another print statement will print Java. So that way I get output welcome to Java. Now over here, let me change the program slightly to make you understand one more thing. Now what I will do is in this program, I will remove the ln from here. See carefully, I'll remove the ln from the first printf. After I change the program, you should compulsorily save the program and compile the program again. So I have already saved the program and now I'll compile it again. Don't forget to recompile it. So I write Java C example.java again on the command prompt. If no message is displayed, that means the compilation is successful. And now I give the command. Okay, now I give the command. Just a minute. Okay, so now I give the command. Look here, Java example. I give the command Java example. Okay, by the way, I forgot to tell you one thing. Once you have typed this command, you don't need to type the commands again and again. You can simply press the up and down arrow key and the commands will automatically appear. So now I hit the enter key and see carefully what the output is. Now you see welcome to Java on one single line. So what happens over here is the ln which was over here earlier, when you put ln over here, ln will tell the compiler to print the subsequent output on the next line. I repeat the word subsequent, which is very important over here. So ln does what? It tells the compiler that you display this Java on the next line. And if I don't put ln over here, then the next output will come on the same line. And that's why this word Java came on the previous line. So that was the concept of ln. Okay, so over here what I have done is, till now I have kept the program in bin and I have shown you how to compile and execute the program. Now there is something else which you need to understand properly. See, now what happens is, from organization point of view, it will be very cumbersome to keep all the programs in bin. So normally what we do is, we don't keep all the programs in bin, we keep the programs in some other folder. So for example, over here you can see that inside the C drive I have created a folder called JIC, which I call Java Integrated Course. I repeat, Java Integrated Course. So inside this Java Integrated Course, I have kept the file example.java, the same file. Okay, I'll show you the file. This is the earlier one. I'll close this. And now I open this example.java, which is inside JIC folder. Okay, the same file. Okay. Now what I want to do is, now I want to compile and execute this program. So again, I'll open the command prompt. Okay. Now don't forget that this path, okay, look at the mouse pointer, and the path of the command prompt should be same. So for that, what I'll do, again I go to JIC and I do copy address as text. Okay. And over here I type CD followed by paste, and I hit the enter key. Okay, so now you see this path and this path has become same. Now I will give the compilation command. Do you recollect what it was? So it was java c example.java. Don't forget, by writing C you are actually invoking the compiler. Okay. Now when I write java c example.java, I'll hit the enter key. Okay, and when I hit the enter key, please notice that over here you don't see the dot class file. Not only that, you see one error message over here. So now let's read the error message, what it says. It says java c is not recognized as an internal or external command. Okay, now what exactly this error message means, let's try to understand that. See, what happens is, Java by default is installed in the bin folder, and currently on the command prompt you are not in the bin folder, you are inside a folder called JIC. So in very simple words, this command prompt, this black screen is called command prompt. This command prompt cannot understand what this Java C is, and that is why it gives you an error message. So now the question is how to solve this problem. In order to solve this problem, what I will do is, I will go to the bin folder again. So see, this is the bin folder, and again I will copy its address, its path. Now I go to command prompt and see what I'll type. I will type sct set space, give one space path equal to, and after equal to I will paste the path of the command prompt. Sorry, I'll paste the path of bin and I hit the enter key. If you don't see any message over here, that means everything has worked correctly. Okay. Now I am ready to do Java programming inside the JIC folder. Okay, so look. Now I'll give the command java c example.java. C stands for compiler and example.java is the file name, and I hit the enter key. Now again have a look here and here also. So I hit the enter key. Okay, so you see example.class over here, which means the compilation is successful, and inside example.class you will have the bytecode. But now I need to execute the program. For executing the program, I will write only Java, not Java C, and I will not give the full name example.java. I will simply write the name of the class, which is example. That's it. Okay, so remember this difference. I hit the enter key and you will see this out. Okay, so now you know how to do Java programming on your computer. But still, there is one or two more things which I need to explain you properly. So pay attention to what I'll be telling you next, okay? Now, what will happen is when you try to do Java programming on your computer, your Windows operating system will show an error, something like access denied, and it will not allow you to store files inside the C drive or some other drive, some other folder. So now how to remove this error of access denied? So listen to this carefully, it's quite confusing. Now, first of all, this folder JIC where you have kept the Java file, we will call this folder as the current folder. I repeat, current folder. So now what I do is I right click on this current folder, that is Java integrated course, and I go inside properties. Okay, after going inside properties, I will remove this read only and I will click on this apply and again OK over here. Alright, so now this is done. Okay, the read only is removed. Now don't stop here. Now you go to this security tab, and over here you will see four things: authenticated users, system, administrators, and users. Okay. Now what I'll do is I will keep on changing the four things over here, and you have a look at this full control and the tick mark over here. Okay. So see, authenticated users. Okay. System. Okay. Look at this tick mark. Look at this tick mark. Okay. Administrators and users. Now as you see that I have put tick mark in all of them. If you check your computer, I'm pretty sure that the tick mark will not be there in all four of them. So what you need to do is you need to click on this edit. Now when you click on this edit, a similar window will open up. Now you need to do the same thing 4 times. What you will do is you will select authenticated users, and if there is no tick mark over here, you will put a tick mark. Okay, same thing, system, put a tick mark, administrators, put a tick mark, users, if there is no tick mark, put a tick mark. Alright, the tick mark should be in front of this full control. Then click on apply and then click on OK. Alright, so that's it. You are now all set to do the Java programming.
Let's quickly summarize all those things which we have studied in editing, compiling and executing a Java program. So when you start with a Java program, don't forget that first of all on the command prompt you need to do changing of the path. Okay. Now once that is done, you can start with editing the program. Now how do you do editing of the program? So for that you need to use a text editor like Notepad. Now what you do is on the Notepad you type and save the program as .java file. And when you do that, see to it that the file name is exactly same as the class name having main. Now what is the meaning of this thing having main? So guys, understand one thing, that later on there will be some programs in which one program will have multiple classes. I repeat, one program will have multiple classes. But although one program has multiple classes, there is the Java program can have only one void main. That means only a single class can have the void main from where the execution of the program will start. So the file name should be same as that class name inside which there is the void main. Okay, that is what it means. Now also remember that the E which you gave in uppercase is not a rule but a convention. It is a tradition. You could have given the E in lowercase also, but it's not preferred. So this is all about editing the Java program. So editing basically means typing, cutting, pasting, saving and all that. Now once the editing is done, on the command prompt you will give the command java c example.java. C stands for compiler. Now when you give this command invokes the Java compiler. The Java compiler creates a file example.class and this file has the bytecode in it. Now once the example.class file is generated, once you have the bytecode with you, you should now give the command java example. See to it carefully, over here you will not write C and you will not give the extension .java. Now this command invokes the interpreter, the JVM. The JVM converts the bytecode to machine code and finally gives you the output. So that was all about how to work with a Java program. Also, don't forget the concept of set path which I had taught you. So I suggest that you copy all this as a good reminder.
Now we will do a very important concept in Java which is called command line arguments. This concept will be used in almost all the lectures, so you need to understand this properly. Now, do you remember what is the first line of the main method in Java? How does it look like? So it looks something like this. We write public static void main. Now we had studied that the void main of Java takes one argument called args, and this args is an array of strings. I repeat, args is an array of strings. Okay. By the way, you must have studied in C language that a string is a collection of characters. So args is an array of strings. Now the question is how an array of strings will look like. So will it look like this? What do you think? No, this is not how an array of strings will look like. If you see carefully, these are basically integers, they are numbers. So here args is an array of 4 integers, 4 numbers. So args, this args will not look like this. What it will happen is it will look somewhat like this. Now if you look closely over here, this args is basically an array of 4 strings. Over here, args of 0 is Ram, args of 1 is Shiv, args of 2 is Ravan, args of 3 is Sita. So Ram, Shiv, Ravan, Sita, they are basically 4 strings. Also don't forget an array starts from position 0. So the 4 strings have position numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. So this args which you see over here, which is an array of string, it will look somewhat like this. Now, if you're attentive, the next question which should come in your mind is that these strings will come in args from where? So let's understand that. Now, before this, you must have seen the video in which I had executed the Java program. So if I have a class called example, then what is the execution command for that? Do you remember? Well, it is Java example. I repeat quickly that by writing Java example, what will happen is you are requesting the Java interpreter to execute the program, to run the program. Java interpreter is also called JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Okay. So anyway, in simple words, you should remember that this is the command for executing, for running the Java program. Now what happens is, instead of writing this command, the same command can also be written this way. So I can write Java example mango, orange, apple. Now over here the red color will do the same work. When I say same work, I mean it will execute the Java program. And now mango, orange, apple are called command line arguments. I repeat, they are called command line arguments. Now if you look closely, you will realize mango, orange, apple, all of them are basically strings. Each of them is basically a string. So we have 3 strings over here. Now what happens is that when you write this command in this manner, this mango, orange, apple will get stored in this args automatically, one below another. See, don't forget one thing, that when you write Java example, when you give the command Java example, the execution of the program starts from main. And if you also add this mango, orange, apple on the command line, on the command prompt, then this mango or orange apple will get stored in args one below another automatically. So now, if you really understood this, can you tell me that in this scenario, what will be the value of args of 0? Args of 0? Take a guess. It will be mango, args of 1, orange, args of 2, apple. Now, if you still did not understand this, or if you are not convinced about this, then I will show you live execution of one program. So if you remember, this is our JIC folder. Okay, this is our command prompt. Okay, now I'll open the file example.java and I will do some changes over here. Okay, now instead of writing Java in the second println statement, I will write args of 1. I could have written anything, args of 0, args of 2, anything, but I chose to write args of 1. Whenever I change the program, I should save it. Now over here, also pay attention to one thing which you had studied in C language also. Please see carefully that I have not written args of 1 inside any double quotes. So the basic rule of printing is that if you write anything inside double quotes, it will be printed as it is. And if you don't put the double quotes, then its value will be displayed. So over here what will happen is the print statement will display the value which is inside args of 1. Okay, remember that. Now I will execute the program, compile and execute. First compile the program. So java c example.java. Whenever you change the program, compile it. So I compile it. Okay, now I will write java example, and then let's say I write jack jill tim. Jack, Jill, Tim. Over here, Jack, Jill, Tim are 3 different arguments. And now I hit the enter key. Before I show you the output, can you take a guess over here what the output will be? See, it is obvious that the first print will print welcome to. And what about the next one? So it is welcome to Jill. It is args of 1. If you're still not convinced, see, I'll do the change over here. I'll put it 2. I'll save it. Always save the program. Compile the program. And execute it. So now you should see it's simple. Tim. Okay. So that was the concept of command line arguments.
Finally, these are last few concepts of the Java programming language. So I suggest you give these headings and below that you just write refer PN. I will not be explaining these concepts to you because they are pretty simple and they are already there in your printed notes. So when I give you the printed notes, just go through them. Not very important, but still you should be knowing the meaning of all these terms. Okay, so just copy them, write refer PN